I did want to talk about Lizzo because I think that she's back in her bag again. She dropped a single from her new album special, and the song is called "About Damn Time." Let me tell you, this is definitely um this reminds me of Good as Hell. This reminds me of her first album. And I think I was fans of Lizzo. I don't want to be that guy and be like, oh yeah, I was fans before she was popular. But no, I literally was fans of her, like, because her album came out like a year after it like actually went viral.
Mm-hmm.
I was listening to Good as Hell when I was a freshman, like, and anybody was listening to it. I was like, this is my song. I like this girl. Um, I'm glad that she's making music now. You know, she did a show. She got a show on Amazon Prime. She's doing a lot of other stuff on social media. Um, but I love when these artists they get into the gig. Okay, you get into the music. Okay, now I know we talked about Lizzo earlier before we got on the show. He was like, "You feel like she's doing too much?"
It's a lot. It's giving a lot.
He
A
says
lot.
giving a lot.
It's giving a lot for so little. Um, mm, I was just concerned. I was just like, damn, she's been on this plane with her ass out and actually like sit on these seats. I just don't trust it myself personally. Um,
I feel like she probably put on some sweats after that video. I think it's for the video, and
whatever.
she's
I
in.
mean, but whatever Lizzo want to do is she's fine. As long as she's feeling good as hell, we all just. But it does sometimes come off as, um, I get the shock value.
Mm-hmm.
I get like, I get it. I know she has a song that came out today. What about damn time, right?
About Damn Time. Yep.
Um, oh, the album is called Special.
Yes, I said that. Do you be listening to me? It's
Oh, I'm looking at the album cover.
uh-huh.
It's cute.
Have you listened to the song
Listen to what song?
About
No,
Damn Time?
no, I haven't.
Oh, okay.
I'm not inspired to listen to it, but I'm sure I'll listen to it today before I got to work. But um,
It's a feel good song.
yeah, yeah, that's good that she's back in her bag and into making the music. But it was just
Mm-hmm.
confusing to me. Like sometimes, like yes, I've been on that journey of learning how to appreciate my body. I like taking tasteful nudes, and and knowing that our black bodies are art in all shapes and forms.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's just her delivery of it, and it makes me question, um, which is really none of my damn business because it's not my journey. But how far she is in it, because I know that the last time that she was being this expressive, when she got her feelings hurt and she
Mm-hmm.
crumbled and then broke down on Instagram. So I was
Yeah.
like, okay, well, after doing that, like you kind of know what your limitations are, and you kind of like know like how to operate in that space to protect your mental health.
Okay.
And so I'm like, okay, is it gonna be one of those moments where she is beckoning for the attention that she can't handle? Or is she in a space now where she really just, I don't care, and she's, strong in it? So that's for me. Like, I think anybody who wants to be naked, do whatever they can do. I feel
Yeah.
like freedom is for everybody. But I think that when it comes to like the emotional and mental health of a person who suffered with their body image, and when you are in the when you are in the public eye in that way, I just want her to be careful and thoughtful. And also the whole like showing your ass before dropping the song is getting kind of played out. Like everybody's doing it now. Everybody, everything is shaking ass, shaking ass, and like you shaking ass and dropping ballads. This makes no sense. Like
But isn't
that's like
everybody
being a
doing
guy.
that though? You
That's
just
what I
said
just
everybody's doing it.
that's what I just said. Everybody's doing it. So
I mean, but
now
see. Here's the thing though,
you have to do what's
because
working. Yeah, it's the
you have to
trending.
not you have to do what's working, but it's like with just to respond to what you're saying. Did Chloe not do the same thing? Like, and but you're with it.
With what?
Treat me.
Chloe is a great entertainer. Whether she
Okay.
was, whether I mean, so I like Chloe because of her. I like the fact that she produces, she writes, she
Mm-hmm.
sings, and she has this ethereal voice. She's so humble, and then she can get on stage and kill it like she does. I love the
Mm-hmm.
fact that as young as she is, she learned how to embrace her body early. Um, and so her doing this makes sense. She's like 20, 23.
So her okay, well, we
Well,
cannot
no,
be
what?
ageist right now.
No, no. Well, so with age in life. So it's like this. Madonna can do it too if she wants to.
Uh-huh.
What I'm saying is there is different stages and phases of life. That's what your age doesn't really play into your maturity unless you allow it to. I feel
Mhm.
like for Chloe to be her age,
Mhm.
and breaking and intentionally trying to break through the image of being a teenage star, teenage R&B star, her tapping into her sexuality it's almost the same as when Janet Jackson did it. You know,
Mhm.
when she crossed over from just doing her pop stuff and stopped doing Rhythm Nation and she wanted to do Velvet Rope. When she did Velvet Rope and she was talking about lick me and suck me all kinds of, we was like, wait a minute, this is
Mhm.
Michael's baby
Mhm.
sister. But it becomes part of the branding, and so you kind of get it, but you also get to
Mhm.
see we got to watch Janet evolve over time, every album coming into herself as a woman. Same with Beyonce. Beyonce before she, I mean, she was Owen in jeans, but it didn't. We didn't see Beyonce wearing thongs and all that stuff until later. It was, I think she had blue by then, but she was drunk in love and all on TV with a, you know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
it came later for her because there was this pressure for her to be perfect and to be the good girl and to be the, you know what I mean? So for
Yeah.
Chloe, so for me seeing Chloe break out of that early, yes, I stand for it all the way 100%.
Mhm.
Lizzo, I feel like it didn't come off authentic. It's like you've been big your whole life. And so now that you're famous, you're insecure about your body. You've been fat forever.
Well. See, here's the thing: we don't know if she's over it or not. We don't, because obviously,
But not over it. She's doing
and
the work
everyone keeps
to
on talking
do it.
about. And everybody keeps on talking about. Oh, will she do all this and she'll cry later, in live. And
Yeah, that's the part that
let me
that's
knock on wood, because by the time we get to the end of this podcast, I hope she ain't on live crying. But
yeah, but that's the only thing. If
it
you're gonna do
happened
it,
one
do it.
time. It happened one time.
No, but it happens a lot. It wasn't just live. Like it's even tweeting, like reading up to responding. Like she's done interviews about how it makes her feel. Like
Hmm.
she's like she didn't feel comfortable in her body, and she got to the space where she just wanted to do what the other girls were doing. Like that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. The other girls get to do it. Why can't I do it because I'm big? Okay, well remove the blocking about you being big. No, you doing it. How does it make sense for you to do it? Right? You're doing it just because other people are doing it, or are you doing it because it's authentic to you? Are you
Hmm.
authentically, are you authentically celebrating your body? Not just addressing your own fears of rejection or scrutiny or whatever. Is it authentic? And I feel like it comes off as sometimes now it doesn't come off as authentic. It looks very staged and contrite.
Well, you're saying that it's staged and contrite, but I can say that about several other artists. I
But
can
we're not
say
talking
that
about several other
in
artists.
in
I'm
her
talking, I'm
in
talking,
her in
I'm,
her roster. Like
like,
when we're talking about Chloe, when we're talking about Lil Nas X, when we're talking about Doja show her body all the time. Let's be clear, Meg the Stallion too. She's always twerking and rapping that same little tune.
that's her
Like
thing. It's part of her brand.
everybody got days. I can't have mine, and I think that's what Lizzo was saying. As a big person myself, and I don't show my body like that. That's just my choice. But if I did, what y'all gonna do about it?
Nothing. We either gonna watch or we not gonna watch. What I'm saying is it making it make sense. I don't care about her showing her body. Like I say, everybody, it's the thing now. I mean, I post pictures of me. My ass is on Instagram right now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Me celebrating my body and understanding what that journey was like for me. And that's also part of my brand. Like it's part of my brand. Like I promote underwear and jock straps. Like it's part of my brand. Okay, I make money doing that.
I
Okay,
mean, so what if it's
but
part of her brand to
so
show
what?
her ass?
So what I'm saying is that's not how it started for her. It started for her about body image and about
Mhm.
making people feel comfortable in their skin. And I was like, I love seeing her celebrating her body. I
Mhm.
said, but also as a brand, I'm like, all right, so she got her show.
Mhm.
Uh, was it Make Room for the Big Girls or Watch Out for the Big Girls, something like that?
Something like that. Yeah, yeah. My dad watching it.
I'm like, yes, yes, Lizzo. That's how you fuel it. You take it and you turn it into something positive, right?
Mhm.
So making space for other big girls, I love that for her. Developing her own brand, um, her own clothes. She has her own clothing line. Uh, Yizzy.
You say Izzy?
It's Yizzy, right? I think it's called Yizzy, or something like that.
What's up?
What's
Is what
anyway? So I
size?
like so I Yitty. It's called Yitty.
Okay.
Yitty by Lizzo, made for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So her line with Fabletics. I was like, okay, that's perfect. So it's like, okay, now that I'm seeing that, I'm like, oh, this is great. So the new video that came, it was kind of like, this is not in your line. This ain't got. It was so random. It was literally just random. Watching her walk to a plane, and then you turn around like, oh, it's your whole ass out. You finna sit
Okay.
down on the plane. Like, what is? What am I? I didn't get the message. The message wasn't. I didn't get
I
the.
mean,
I
does it
didn't.
have to have a message though? Like, does every because then it becomes a gimmick, right? So it's a paradox. Like this,
Um,
this
she's a
conversation.
no, she's an entertainer. She's an artist, and like you're in promotion. She's in a literally in a promotion cycle right now.
Mm-hmm.
This was just to grab attention. It had no
Yeah.
message. It wasn't a. There wasn't a thing. It was literally just, I'm here to. I want your attention right now, and that's the part I'm saying for her, because I'm aware of what she wants to do and how people wants them to celebrate her body, celebrate their bodies. It
Mm-hmm.
just was such a random. It was such a random. It was so random that it didn't have a message. It was just like, oh, all right, well, we could see her ass again today. It ain't changed since the last time we saw it. So
Mm-hmm.
what is it that just because everybody else is doing it, why it's not about why can't you do it? You can do whatever you want.
Mm-hmm.
What is the value of it when you do? And there is a such thing as overdoing something.
Okay.
People say, "Oh, you're doing too much." I'm just like most people who say, "Oh, you're doing too much," is because they do the least. Okay, if this is me doing the most to you, then you just do the least. But they're in this business too. There are things that do get overdone where it does become gimmicky, where it's like,
Okay.
oh, you did this already, or you did this before, so we know what you're doing. So when you talk about artists like Doja, you say she shows off her body all the time. Doja, we see Doja's body in her music videos,
Mm-hmm.
and if you do see a picture of her in like something that's revealing, it's literally a costume for something she's working on because that's part of her performance art. Other times you see her, she on live in her hoodies and her little thing, just being a normal average person. I ain't never seen Doja just get up in the middle of a live and just start clapping her ass in the camera, and it's like it's just not it's not part of her. It's not part of her thing. Meg, the other hand, Meg is the one. Meg was before it, not just her rapping on Instagram. Like her fucking knees are insured because that's part of her brand. She literally had people changing how they were twerking, like calling it Megan knees, having knees like Meg the Stallion because that was part of her branding. So yes, when we see Meg drop down her knees and do that little thing, that's part of
Mm-hmm.
her branding. So it makes sense for her. It's part of her shtick. You randomly showing me your ass on a Tuesday without directing me to a link to something is weird to me.
Well, no,
Lizzo.
she had a she made it on TikTok and she had her song in the video. Like it was as if it's the song, if it's the video that you're talking about. Let me look at it right now because I actually don't follow Lizzo, so I don't see her. I don't see her post either. And that's another thing too. A lot of people, and I'm not talking
Oh
about
wait,
you.
there's a new one. Oh God.
Well, which one are you talking about? You talking about the one where she was at the airport?
If you ever just have the time, just go ahead and Google Lizzo naked again, and you just watch. You just look at the articles, and it's kind of crazy.
Okay, so I'm looking at her going into this
Yeah.
plane. Her ass is out.
Oh, that's the new song. That's About
That's
Damn
the new
Time is
song.
playing.
Yeah, I mean that's the new song.
Lizzo.
I mean, this is TikTok. I mean, I'm looking at the other videos.
And also, how did that video? That's another thing too. Like how that video got to stay up there, but they took my videos down because I was in my underwear. You got people
well,
with
I
their
mean,
whole asses out on TikTok.
well, certain people that got certain pull, like it's part of my brain. If you, I mean, look,
It makes no sense.
some people have,
Like even Evelyn had a promoted. She had a promoted reel on Instagram that she was cursing in.
mm-hmm.
And you know how Facebook and Instagram are. Like you can't promote anything with curse words in it and blah blah. Blah. It's
Yeah.
like this is a whole, and it was a TikTok. It was a TikTok that she made a reel, and it was being promoted on Instagram. Like how y'all won't even let people boost TikToks. But y'all got this sponsored. Y'all got Evelyn's
Mhm.
sponsored with the whole TikTok logo on it. It's just weird. The internet, you know what? That's what it is to me. It ain't about Lizzo. I just think the internet is a weird place for me now. As I get older,
Yeah, because
it's a
the
circus.
thing about it is though, and I get what you're saying. I really did listen to what you said, and I think that's a valid point. But the general consensus, what a lot of people are saying, what a lot of people are saying towards Lizzo is like, you can't do this because you're this. If
No, she can do whatever
Lizzo
she
was the
wants. She look
same,
good.
if she was, and I always said that too. I'm like, she a big girl, but she got a good shape. You get what I'm saying? She got a good little hourglass going on in her behind. It's perky, it's out, it's up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if it's up and stuck. She looked good. She's a pretty girl. Um, I just don't like when people say, because I had a conversation with my mom about this.
I do
I'm
want to
gonna
smack it.
be real candid. Like, she was like, well, she, it's just tacky. I'm just like, okay,
Yes, that's what it is. It looks tacky. She looks tacky. Yeah,
but
it looks so
like,
most
you
times it just
have
looks
to
tacky.
understand that, like, okay,
I'm
let me,
glad
let me,
she's dressing better because she's created options for herself.
yeah.
But for the most times, it's like it just looks tacky.
I mean, a lot of this new shit is tacky though. Like, I've been with saying this, like, these new artists, they're all trying to make some type of gimmick for themselves. They're all trying to find themselves as singers and stuff like that. And maybe that's the generation when I was into music, like the 2010s. Maybe people were saying the same shit back then too. But I just
What
feel like,
having flair and being tacky is two different things.
who has flair?
People have flair, like Rihanna had flair.
Okay,
You know what
yeah,
I mean? Lady Gaga had flair.
yeah,
Nicki Minaj had a flair, like, and
yeah.
it was marketable. They created iconography. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? I don't. There's nothing really iconic about Lizzo,
Mm.
except I'm gonna remember this was the big girl that used to sing and play the flute, and people act like we never had big singers before. Like, bitch, Aretha Franklin just died 2 years ago.
Hmm.
Like, she was a big girl. Y'all don't remember the? Y'all don't remember? Uh. What's the people that did sang "Rain"? It's raining men. The Weather
In the
Girls.
rain.
The Weather Girls. They were
Okay, yeah,
huge. You know what I
okay,
mean? Like, we've had big girls
no,
before.
but okay. So hold
We've
on,
had
wait. You
big.
bringing them
We've
up?
had.
They had that was no, because first of all, we didn't even know who they were because they had like a skinny person lip syncing for them. Back in them days, they was doing that. No, yes, yes, yeah. We did not know who they were in the beginning.
They were back. First of all, they were background singers. That's how they started. They were background singers for Sylvester. And when they got their video that came out in 1963, I believe,
Mm-hmm.
they were in their own music video. So I don't know about the whole had other people lip syncing for them. I don't know about all of that. I remember the Weather Girls. I remember that video too. But
Whatever the case
in,
is, I
in
mean,
any case, what I'm saying is that is her gimmick at this point. Is
mhm.
we're gonna get to see Lizzo's ass at least once a month.
I mean, I don't know. It's definitely nuance to this conversation.
Yeah, but I
Um,
mean, everybody has their thing though. So
mhm.
whatever works for her, let it work for her.